So we're going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 80, I believe. And in the last episode, we saw a big Persian war break out, pretty much having the blue Persian country and the pink one dividing up the kind of central Persian countries. We saw parts of the Mediterranean get drained, as well as Atlantropa expand a little bit more. But Egypt made the Suez Canal gigantic, and this is flowing new water into the Mediterranean Sea, and it's destroying some dams and killing red Italians and Iberians. If you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into this episode. We are going to be starting off this episode, I guess our daily Atlantropa update, with the red Italians building the Adriatic Dam once again, and quite quickly, this effect is going to have, this dam is going to have a major effect on the Adriatic. But this time, the red Italians enforced it, so even if the Egyptians try to flow more water into here, it's not going to work out. And this may have just led to the red Italians getting a bunch more land. In fact, all of this is now land. But the red Italians are not the only ones to start draining, because over here, the Iberians may have just completed the last dam. After probably about, I don't know how many years this took, probably a long time, the 3 dams are finally built and the Mediterranean is being drained. At least over here it is, because guess who also just finished this dam over here? Yeah, that took a little bit. So this area is completely blocked off, but this area is actually getting a lot of water. And that is from the Indian Ocean. But we are going to see areas over here start to dry up. And with these new, I guess, drainage, there's only a tiny little river connecting to this part over here. And the Iberians, Iberia even got land, and the Italians are now kind of leveling out a lot more of their population into these new areas, even though it's really hard to build stuff on that. Anyways, this area is still keeping afloat, I guess. And more money is still flowing into Egypt because they're using a lot of their money to keep this dam, the Suez Canal, updated. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump away from here. Mainly move over to this Turkish nation. If you remember a few episodes ago, some of these new Turkish nations that popped up went ahead and united with the blue one. And that is because the blue one is very great economically. A lot of people are there, has a good military, really good country. And we actually see 2 more countries joining up with this union, and it's these 2. The pink Turkish country and this Turkish country. The 2 Turkish countries join up to make, I guess, just Turkey. And this new Turkish nation is very strong. It's probably up there in the top 10 powers at this point. Although I forgot to include it on the top 10 rankings, or top 15 or whatever. Just know that this country is growing in strength. Moving down over to Oman, we see them entering troops into this pink country and just taking it all over. These guys were not strong, and it was just a matter of time before Oman invaded them. Oman is growing in strength, and they still have this Yemen puppet, I guess. It's pretty much just not Yemen anymore. But Oman is still craving a little bit more expansion. So what they're going to do, they're going to go down to Ethiopia and start invading it. Ethiopia, one of the weakest countries in the world, actually. I guess this is not Ethiopia, this is Somalia. But Somalia is getting absolutely destroyed by Oman as their capital gets taken. We then see Kenya making a move into the rest of Somalia. And they're going in to try and keep this land away from Oman. But Oman is still taking a lot. Eventually, the borders are going to look like this, and let's look at a peace treaty. In a peace treaty, because for some reason I still haven't done all the provinces, we see Oman taking all of this land, while Kenya gets Kenya gets all of that, and they are now pretty dang strong. One of the strongest countries inside of Africa, and definitely the strongest inside of Southern Africa. The only countries that could maybe stand up to them is Sudan, Egypt, and Libya. But I would definitely say that they're the 3rd strongest African country. Number 1 is Egypt. Number 2 is Sudan. Number 3 is Kenya. Well, it's been a while since I've been here. And that's because, I don't know. But what I do know is that this Cypriot colony is gone. as well as this Bulgarian one. I think that's Bulgaria. After the War of Democracy ended, they just left. They didn't need anything there. But we still have the Red Italians, I guess Germany and Poland, I think. I really do not know what color that is, but I'm just going to color it the Iberian color. Because the Iberians are going to be expanding their colony. Like I'm saying, these guys are pretty strong, and now they're getting pretty far. I just realized that was probably Japan's colony. Never mind, I don't think it was, but if it was, I don't care. But we also see Poland making a small little colony, as well as Red Italian expansion throughout the moon. Like I said, these guys are just craving expansion right now. But something just happened with the moon, actually. A massive asteroid just crashed into the moon. And this sent a crap ton of just like moon rocks, really big moon rocks, flying over to Earth. These rocks are going to land throughout a lot of the world, mainly inside of Asia, actually. Some land inside of Europe and Africa, but really none of them hit the New World. Or Australia. None of them really hit there, or Antarctica. It's really just the old world that gets hit. This kills quite a few people, actually. But they're not going to do anything about it. Yeah, little side quest. Now we're going to be moving on to, I guess, the Aztecs. If we look at the ideology layer, and as you can see on the ideology layer, they are a monarchy, one of the few in the world, actually. But it is here where we see them come up with a new type of government or ethnicity. This new ideology is going to be, not by that, is going to be represented by a yellow circle. And it just, well, happens to be, this is a military dictatorship. The new ideology on the map, well, not on the map yet, is a military dictatorship. And it turns out, who came up with this? It may have just been the Aztecs. And these guys are not wasting any time with this whole new elective system. They go ahead and land some troops inside of Dominicana in the north and south, and then they take the capital. Dominicana has really not done anything. And we see them getting fully annexed by the Aztecs. Pretty much, the military dictator of this is kind of just like, we should have everything. I mean, at least in the Mexican and Central American area, we should have everything. We are the first people here. And they're using that threat to invade up into the western Mexican country. Sorry, eastern. And this new military dictator is really good at his job as he blitzes up, cutting the country in two and taking the capital. We then just see surrender by the people. We then see full annexation from the Aztecs. But they aren't done, and about a year after they invaded into this thing, so it's probably around 2022 at this point, we see them sending down troops into the very peaceful Nicaragua. At least I think this is Nicaragua. Pretty sure it is, and they're doing their job very well. Like I said, this new dictator is good at his job as he takes over the whole thing. Doesn't stop there, though, because he knows the importance of the Panama Canal. And he's been watching the stuff that's been going on over here inside of the Mediterranean. He wants control over the Panama Canal, so he sends his troops in to the pretty dang weak Panama, taking over the whole country. And the Aztec Empire is growing. But anyways, that is going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. And a special thanks to our members, Laser Taze, Super Norby, Eddie, Gail Martinez, Green Team Mapping, PJ Likes Cheto, King Cheese, and Dark Mapping. Thank you guys.